Hey guys, what's up? My name is Regine Gale. Today I'm going to be doing my 2020 college decision reveal. I had a college decision reactions video where I reacted to all my college acceptances, and I looked terrible in every single one of those videos, and it's not something you can really refilm, so I kind of just gave up and decided to film this video instead. The cupcakes aren't made from scratch, but the frosting is, and they actually taste terrible, but that's not what matters. What does is the school that I'm going to. So if you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, or if you're one of my friends, you already know my decision. Just wanted to do this video for fun, and also because I want this to be the first of many college videos to come, because tuition isn't gonna pay itself and I need to become a college YouTuber right now. So please subscribe and comment down other kinds of videos you want to see, because I will make them. I'm going to be eliminating cupcakes until I get to my final two, and then finally when I reveal my school, you guys will know. So first we're going to start with what I was looking for in a school. I wanted a big school with a lot of school pride, and most importantly sports teams. I wanted to be able to go to football games and basketball games and everything like that, because I come from a high school with no sports teams. I also wanted a school that was cheap, because I know the only way I'm going to be able to go to college is if I have a scholarship or a lot of grants, and so that's another thing that was really important when I was making my decision as well. So with that, I'll go ahead and start eliminating some of my colleges. First two colleges I'm going to eliminate are schools that I actually didn't apply to. I included them in here because I started realizing, even after I got my college decisions back, that I would have gone to these schools if I had applied and got in, and I really wish that I did. And if you're like me, if you want the same things from your college experience, I really recommend applying to these schools, because I wish I did. And those two schools are Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo, and San Diego State University. Both of them are in Southern California, both of them have football teams, both of them have amazing school spirit, so I don't know why I didn't do my research. Please do your research on every kind of school. I should have applied to these schools, but I missed the deadline and I wish I did. Next, I'm going to be removing the school that denied me. This is the only school that rejected me. All the other schools accepted me or put me on their wait list, but this school straight up said, we don't want you, we don't even want to give you a second chance. And that school is the University of Southern California. They did not want me, which sucks, because I only applied to USC after I got all my letters of recommendation and after I'd already finished most of my college applications. I had to go back to my teachers and my counselor, ask them for letters of rec. It was not fun, but that's okay, because everything happens for a reason. I was not meant to go to USC, and I probably wouldn't have been able to afford it anyways. Next, I'm going to eliminate the two colleges that are not in California. So I ended up applying to the University of Arizona and Arizona State University because I was freaking out about the college that I ended up committing to. I did not want to go there, so I applied to these after I got all of my college decisions back. These two schools take rolling admissions, so I kind of applied on a whim, kind of like I don't want to go to the school that I'm committed to kind of thing. But then my mom made me realize that, one, out-of-state tuition plus having to fly there all the time would not be worth it. It would be way too expensive. Also, it's extremely hot over there. And coming from the Central Valley, where it gets up to 108 degrees Fahrenheit every summer, I didn't really want more heat, and also I never even got to visit the campuses. Both of these schools have football teams, both of them are amazing schools, both of them have amazing school pride. I ended up not choosing these two schools. Next, I realized that I wanted to go to a public school, which is why I ended up eliminating Chapman University, Occidental College, and Loyola Marymount University. Now, these three colleges are in Southern California, and the only reason I applied to them was because my boss told me to. She said, apply to private schools early action because they will give you scholarship money, and I applied to Loyola and Chapman early action, so I knew I got into them in like December, and then Occidental I did regular decision. I even did an interview with Chapman University. It was a Skype interview, and I loved the person who interviewed me. He was so much fun to talk to. It was an amazing experience. But even after that, the scholarship that I received from these three schools was not enough to attend. They were still so insanely expensive, and so I ruled those out. But it was still fun to apply early action to them because they were my first college applications of my entire life, so it was a great way to get my feet wet. All three of them are amazing schools, but you know, I wanted a bigger school, I wanted a cheaper school, and so these three colleges are out. Okay, so now we're down to my top 6. The next college I'm going to eliminate, I got a full ride scholarship to. I got admitted into their honors program. but it is the state school of the city that I grew up in. It's the state school of the only city that I've ever known my entire life. And if you know me, you will know that I just cannot stand Fresno. No offense to this town, it's beautiful, but Fresno is not for me. I cannot stand it here. I've wanted to get out since middle school, and I just knew if I went to Fresno State, I would not be happy, and I'm very privileged to be able to make this decision. I know that a lot of people in my city are forced to go to their state school because there's no other option for them, so I'm very grateful to get this opportunity to say no, which is such a weird thing to say. And that school is Fresno State. Fresno State has a football team, they have Greek life, they have amazing school pride, and it's an amazing school. I know so many people who are going there, but I had to say no. And now I'm down to my top 5. The next 2 schools I'm going to eliminate are schools that I'm actually still on the wait list for, and since I've already picked my top 1 school, I'm going to opt out of the wait list for these 2 schools, and that is Stanford and UC Irvine. So I'll talk about each of these schools individually. First, UC Irvine. I visited the campus last spring. I loved the campus. It's beautiful, but my parents didn't like how it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's a commuter school and it's quite a ways from Los Angeles. It's definitely its own little community, not for everyone, and I guess it wasn't for me. They don't have a football team, their Greek life isn't that huge, but it's still a beautiful school. I would have loved to go here, but unfortunately I'm still on their wait list, so I ended up ruling it out. Next I have Stanford University, and I got waitlisted from there, and basically the biggest reason why I'm not going to Stanford is because I'm probably going to get rejected off of the wait list. There's literally an 8% acceptance rate off of the wait list. It's something close to that number, and Stanford is definitely prestigious. I would have loved to go there. I don't know if I would have been able to afford it though. I never got to visit it, and also it is in North California, which is not really where I envisioned myself going. For that reason, I'm probably going to opt out of Stanford's wait list. So now it's down to my top 3 schools, and based on everything I've said, I feel like everyone who's watching this is already gonna know. I was accepted to all 3 of these schools, but one of them I was accepted off the wait list, and I was literally so ecstatic when it happened. I was committed to my number 2 choice school for a while, and I was freaking out for the longest time because I ended up realizing I do not want to go here. I made such a hard effort to try to convince myself that I wanted to go to this school. I joined the Facebook page. I made so many new friends. I even found my roommates. They were so sweet, so friendly. I was so excited to meet them, but I just did not see myself at this university, and I didn't want to go there. And so that's why I applied to those Arizona schools, and that's why I started freaking out about San Diego State and Cal Poly, because I was like, I would rather go to those schools 100%. But no hate to this number 2 school. I think I would have ended up loving it if I went there, but just me right now in the position that I'm in, I didn't want to go. Then my 3rd choice school, I would have gone there, but my parents basically said, no, you are not allowed to go there because of its reputation. So drum roll please. The school that I'm going to is UCLA! Okay. That was a little cheesy. My college is UCLA. I'm going to be a part of UCLA's class of 2024, and I am so excited. If you didn't figure it out, UC Berkeley was my number 2 choice, and UC Santa Barbara was my number 3. My parents didn't want me to go to UC Santa Barbara because it's a party school. Since they're the ones paying for my education, I did have to respect their decision. And also, even though UCSB seemed like such an amazing school, I think it might have been a little too laid back for me. And they also don't have a football team, and they're not huge on sports, so it's kind of like iffy about it. And so that's why I committed to UC Berkeley, which was my number 2 choice. There is no hate to UC Berkeley at all. It was not the school for me. We ended up driving up there during this whole Corona fiasco, and we looked around, and my parents didn't really like it. I liked it at first, but then as soon as I got home, I was kind of like freaking out about it, which is why I was so happy that on May 2nd, I got off of the wait list for University of California, Los Angeles, and like I literally committed 2 seconds after. But yeah, there's my college. I'm going to be going to the University of California, Los Angeles. I was accepted into the major of linguistics and psychology, and I'm going to be taking the pre-med path. As of right now, I don't know. I think that's going to change because I'm very indecisive and I'm not very set on pre-med, but we will see where life takes me. I'm just so happy that I finally get to live in Southern California. I finally get to be in the place where I've always wanted to be. This has been my dream school since middle school, if any of you know me, and I'm so excited to go. I really hope coronavirus does not cancel my fall semester because I will be so upset. If you're also going to UCLA or if you already go there, hit me up. Follow me on Instagram. I love making new friends. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And please comment below video suggestions or video requests. If you guys want to know how I got into UCLA, I can make a stats video if you really want. I also really want to make a reading the essays that got me into so-and-so. I might even do a reading the essays that got me waitlisted at Stanford video. I don't know, we'll see. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!